Alright, how's it? We're doing today. Welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Tesla stock reaching $1,000. Now, today it's up freaking 6%. Now, that's actually a crazy number because just a few days ago it rose another 5 to 10%. So it's up almost 20% for the last 5 days. That is crazy, especially for Tesla stock that's already at a 500 billion market cap. But I'm going to be saying why it has the potential to reach 1,000 billion, which is obviously $1 trillion in market cap. And basically the reason it's up today is because it has a new target of $1,000 by a number of analysts, specifically Wedbush, and that is basically driving the price up now to $520, which is a brand new high for Tesla. That is freaking crazy. Now, 7 months ago, I made a video talking about why Tesla will 10x in 5 years. Since then, if you guys bought it 7 months ago when I made that video, you would basically be up almost 2 to 3x. I don't know exactly what month it was, but it was about like in the middle of the pandemic, right? So you guys would have tripled, if not quadrupled, your money if you bought it then. So that is actually pretty crazy. So I still stand by this. This is why I think it will still go to $1,000. Right before we jump into it, if you haven't already, make sure to sign up for Webull. You'll get 4 free stocks. If you guys want 4 free stocks, this is a limited time only. Go click the link in the description. Deposit $100 after making a brokerage. It just takes a few minutes, and you'll receive 4 free stocks. 2 of them can be worth up to $1,600. So if you live in the US, make sure to do that right now. So let's jump straight into this. Now, Tesla stock is doing freaking insane. Obviously their bull case is now $1,000. Now I'm going to be talking about a few things in this video. Obviously right now it's about 517. It went up to all the way 520, and now it's just going down, but who knows where it's going to be at the end of the day. Either way, it's up pretty nicely today. Now I'm going to be talking about a few things. First is obviously the S&P 500. Now, it's expected that they will be joining sometime in December. So we know that they're going to be joining the S&P 500. And that's definitely going to be bringing some pretty nice movement into Tesla. Now, theoretically, this should stabilize the price quite a bit, in about 10% or so. It should stabilize it in terms of the amount of volume going into Tesla, because those ETFs, basically SPY ETFs, any S&P 500 ETFs, they're going to have to allocate a few percent of their portfolios to buying Tesla stock, and that should in theory stabilize. About 10% of the stock should be more S&P 500 based, right? So that's that, and obviously that's going to be bringing more money. So if you guys buy 1 share of SPY or an S&P 500, about like $10 of that will be going into Tesla. A small amount, a very small amount, maybe even not even $10. Sorry, it's like $5 or even less than that. So it's definitely a few dollars will be going into it. But when billions of shares are being moved, millions of shares are being moved, it makes a difference, quite a bit. Now let's go into basically their Cybertruck sales. So right now they have reached, this is coming from just yesterday, they have reached 800,000 pre-orders for the Cybertruck. That is insane. You guys can see the graph is up pretty steadily. Even in the middle of the pandemic, people are still looking to buy the truck. That is kind of crazy, right? So it's literally up to all the way it's almost at 800,000, and it's kind of crazy how people aren't really I don't know if this counts how many people have canceled, but literally the pre-orders are at this much. So that is actually pretty amazing. Let's take the 800,000 number, right? That should generate 50 billion in revenue. But let's say only 600,000 people actually end up buying it, right? That's pretty conservative. 200,000 people cancel. Let's say that happens. Let's say 10% of that 600,000 people buy the full self-driving, which is a $10,000 package. Let's say 10% of people do that, which is not bad because Cybertruck's already pretty expensive. So if people want to upgrade just 10K, they can do that, right? 10% should be pretty reasonable in my opinion. Let's multiply that by $10,000, and we'll literally get 6 600 million of just pure profit for Tesla. This is pure profit. All the full self-driving has already been made, so that is another great actual point that Tesla is going to be getting just straight money. This is only the Cybertruck, and these are only the pre-order sales. That's just pure 600 million of profit going in of Tesla. If you look at the profit Tesla has made, they haven't even made 600 million in profit in the last 3 quarters combined. They made 300 million, 100 million, 100 million in the last just year, not counting calendar year. They haven't even made that much in profit. So that is insane. How much profit full self-driving can potentially bring to Tesla. Now let's look at the gas ban in Canada. So if you look just this last week, they're talking about Quebec completely banning EVs by 2035, and I believe the rest of Canada should be following as well. If not, Quebec is following Canada. They're joining British Columbia's thing on setting a ban on basically cars with gasoline in them, ICE vehicles, and basically by 2035. That is insane. That's only like 10 to 14 years away, man. That is not too far at all. In just 14 years. And obviously, if they're going to ban it by then, you're going to have to transition before that 14 years, right? Now, I'm personally against the government telling me I can't drive gas cars anymore. Like, it's kind of messed up. But no matter how you look at it, I think with the technology improving so much, it's still going to be a no-brainer buying an EV over a gas car. But let's look at also, we looked at all these things now. Since it's being banned, a lot of European countries are also following suit. And I think in the next like 10 years, a lot of other countries, especially with Biden joining looking like he will be the president, it's especially looking like he's going to be helping the EV adoption even faster with people buying electric cars, which is crazy. I do think, obviously, it's a pretty far-fetched statement to say Tesla will reach $1,000, but I do think within the next 9 years or so, it will reach $1,000 in my opinion. In the next this is obviously very long term, and man, if it reaches $1,000, I mean $1 trillion, which will be of market cap, which will be $1,000 stock about. That's crazy, right? That's completely insane. But that's why you have to wait that long. That's why I think it will be in the next 5 to 10 years or so, right? At least. I don't think it's gonna happen in a few years where Tesla stock is magically gonna be $1 trillion company. If we look at it statistically, right? But I do think it will happen. That is still a pretty crazy thing. If we just look at especially their revenues, right? They've been increasing pretty nicely, but once they reach the $1 million vehicle a year point, and once they can come out with the $25,000 Model 2 is supposedly the name, that's gonna be insane in driving revenue, because that's gonna be a game changer, man. That's just gonna be a complete game changer. We know Tesla's already up in terms of their strategic stuff, in terms of their battery technology. And if they can reach a $25,000 Model 2 or any Tesla vehicle, that's going to blow it out of the water. Now, the thing is, they don't have to reach $25,000. Right now in California, you literally get $1,500 off any car, any Tesla car. So Model 3 used to be $38,000. It went from $38,000, it slashed it by $1,500. So in theory, they can make a $26,500 car, and it will be worth $25,000 in California. So that's pretty easy, man. That's only slashing this price by 10K. So if they can slash the price by about 30%, which isn't the craziest thing, if they can have the new battery technology, they said they're supposed to be twice as efficient, right? That's not that far-fetched at all, and that's gonna literally eat Toyota's numbers and all the big automakers' numbers, man. If they can't get in the wave of electric vehicles like Tesla is, they're going to be eaten alive, right? So that is that. Now, obviously, it is Tesla is pretty insanely valued right now, but I don't think that's I don't think Tesla will ever be a company that's fairly valued. Just let me bring that straight. I'm not expecting Tesla to ever have a 25 to 30p ratio. Like, that is never going to happen. Even a 4p ratio. That is never going to happen for Tesla stock. That's never happened for Amazon stock. And Amazon's a crazy grower. That's exactly what's going to happen with Tesla. So people saying that 4p of 120, damn, that's insane. Yeah, I think it might go down to 60p. Okay, I don't think it's ever gonna hit a 25 to 30p, man. Like, that's never gonna happen, dude. There's companies freaking like there's like restaurant companies that are freaking at that much, man. Like, that's just never gonna be fairly valued. So at the end of the day, that is that. But this is why I do think it will happen. All these factors will play in with their battery technology. Do they own so many different aspects of the business that it's easily going to hit $1 trillion in my opinion. So it's a double up from here. It's not like you're going to be making insane. It's not like you're going to triple your money with Tesla stock, 5x your money with Tesla stock at this point. Maybe if you bought in, literally my last Tesla stock video was when the Tesla was at 400. I was telling you guys, man, maybe if you're in Tesla for the long term, 400 is better than 500. You should definitely pick some up if you really are long term for it. And it literally went up to 500. So maybe you could have tripled your money if you bought it at 400, 300, right? Because if it might go to $1,200 or $1,000 stock. But even at 500, like, you're not gonna make crazy gains in Tesla stock if you're buying at 520. You might double your money in the next 5 to 10 years. That's pretty good. That's definitely pretty good. You're beating the overall market, right? And you're in a great company that's should do great things. But at the end of the day, that is that. And this is why I do think that stock will reach $1,000 in my opinion. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next video.